Hey everyone, Leo from Triple H Coaching. How you doing? I wanted to just record a quick video on a question that I get asked quite a lot, and I see on quite a lot of forums like Quora, where people ask questions, of the general public and of experts. Feel free to take a look if you're not on there. Quite active on there, and we've even got a blog. So take a look at some of our articles if you've got time. The question that most people ask is, how can I be more successful? And that's a really big question. And my usual response is, well, more successful at what exactly? But that said, there are actually a number of tips that, having looked at some of the most successful people or successful people in the world, like Bill Gates and Tony Robbins, and studied various methodologies, when you look at their lives, you can actually start to see some common themes as to how they got there. But also, when you hear interviews with them, when they're asked that question, you hear some commonalities in the reply. And I want to share with you two of them that I incorporate into my daily routine that I think you will find really helpful. And that's, have a good morning routine. It's all about how you start your day, and have a mindfulness practice. Now, I know mindfulness is very fashionable at the moment, and a lot of people are like, oh, meditation. No, I'm not a Buddhist. Well, you don't need to be a Buddhist to do meditation, and mindfulness is actually a very scientific and specific process. We partner with Headspace, so if you are looking for some help in getting into mindfulness, it's a great app. Free trial, and we can share some of our licenses with our clients as well. So it's the way I do it, and I'd highly recommend it. But let's go back to the morning routine. And why is this so important? Well, actually, we have a limited amount of willpower every day, and I've done another video on that. I can do another one again, but science shows that you have a set amount of willpower in any particular day. And every decision you make, big or small, saps away at that willpower. So having a good morning routine and making it a routine reduces the amount of actual decisions you need to make, and means that you get left with more willpower for later in the day. So my morning routine actually starts the night before. I lay out all my breakfast stuff, I lay out my clothes, so that I don't have to make that decision the next day, and I'm not sapping away any of that willpower when I might need it later to keep me on track with my goals. Exercise is part of my morning routine. Again, it's a common theme that you see with successful people as they work some kind of exercise in. So even if it's just a few squats and push-ups first thing when you get out of bed, it gets the blood flowing, it gets your endocrine system working, really gets you ready for the day. I enjoy walking my dog in the morning, so a bit of fresh air always helps. But even if it's just a walk, get off the bus a stop early, or the train a stop early, or park further away and just get a little bit of fresh air and a little bit of daylight, a little bit of a walk into your routine. And I find that really, really helps. A good breakfast is really important. I know some of you aren't a fan of breakfast, or you might be doing some form of fasting, intermittent fasting, for example, and that's okay. It's up to you. But personally, I find that people who eat a good breakfast have more willpower to succeed and focus on the goals, and they're less distracted by hunger. And my mindfulness practice, as I say, I use the Headspace app. And there's a few different times when I can do this. If I'm working from home, then I'll sit down and do it in my office before I start looking at emails or looking at my schedule. But if I'm coming into the office, coming into Triple H Towers, then I do it on the train on the way in. You can do it with your eyes open or eyes closed if you're comfortable with that. And it really does just help me make use of that time, when sometimes it can be a bit of a wasted time. I know a lot of people look at emails or read things on there, and that's great, but I find doing my mindfulness practice then, it just gets me into that routine and works it in as part of that. So how can you be more successful? Well, get yourself a good morning routine to ensure that you're not sapping away willpower from your goal success, and incorporate a mindfulness practice, just like people like Bill Gates and Tony Robbins and various other successful people do. If you need any help, give us a shout. We've got loads of videos planned coming up on all sorts of topics like non-negotiables, being your own cheerleader, other people's opinions and how they affect your life. But if you have topics that you'd like me to cover or questions, then drop us a message, leave us a comment, and like and share if this video is helpful to you so we can get the message out and help as many people as possible. Have a great day, and I will speak to you tomorrow. Bye, guys.